Good morning. It's 5 o'clock. Well, now it's a couple of minutes after 5. I woke up at 5. I decided I was going to actually sleep late if I needed to because last night I figured out I'm at 63.7 in terms of mileage, and I'm only going to do about a 13.2 mile day today, so it's going to be a little shorter. So I figured if I needed to, I could sleep late or take my time. Didn't work out that way. I woke up early. I woke up at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to start breaking down camp and get moving. I figure it'll be a shorter day, not necessarily an easier day. I do have a climb or two, but it'll definitely be a shorter day and with less distance, hopefully less wear and tear on my body. It'll be definitely easier in that sense. And had a good night's sleep. Woke up a couple of times in between the night. Still got that hot and cold. It's like part of your body is hot, part of your body is cold. So the sleeping bag, I don't know, for some reason doesn't allow you to regulate as well, I guess, as I would if I was home with a blanket. But had a good night's sleep, actually. I think I finally dozed off around like 9:30, and I don't remember waking up until, once or twice around like 11, 12, and 2, and 4. So wake up a lot to move or to take the sleep. It got chilly at night, so I put the sleeping bag on me halfway. Sometimes that's not enough, so you pull it up, and then a little while later you're waking up because it's too hot and you're taking it off. So when I say woke up, it's not like I was up. I just, I wake up, I just happen to look at the watch to see what time it is. So that's it. I'm going to start breaking down camp. I'm going to take my time, and hopefully around first light we'll be hiking again. Well, it's 5:58 and I'm leaving camp. So I pretty much made my time. Hopefully I'm going the right way on the trail. I believe I am. So we're starting our day. We'll call it 6 o'clock. I'll remember to start my watch this time. I'll check in when it gets a little lighter and you can see what I'm doing. Well, good morning. I just did a climb up this mountain. I was hoping for a view, but unfortunately I could see the sun coming up, but not much of a view. I've done about a mile while getting dressed and putting my wet socks on, by the way, which I'm glad they didn't dry because I started walking on the trail and there's about 50 feet of trail, maybe even 75 feet, 2 patches that were just totally flooded and muddy. So if your feet were dry, it didn't matter once you passed there. There was no way around it. There's water actually flowing down, I guess, toward a stream or toward the valley below, and you absolutely got wet. So my feet are all wet again. I found a blister on the back of my left leg, above the ankle though. It's like weird. It's probably something got in the sock or either the top of the shoe. I think it's the sock actually. Maybe there was a little, a seed or a little burr or something, and it must have been rubbing it. And I didn't feel it until I was getting dressed, and I noticed it. And now, of course, it's bothering me. So I put some tape over it. I didn't pop it or drain it because I had already packed up my stuff and I didn't want to unpack it. And I figured I'll just let it go today. We'll see how it is tonight. If I get a chance, I'll drain it tonight and put a bandage over it. And hopefully that'll be the end of it for the rest of the trip. Obviously washing my socks hopefully might have helped as well. I took all the seeds and stuff that were stuck on them off. So I'm hoping that helps as well. I actually started leaving camp the same direction I came in, and I just got this weird feeling after taking, a couple of steps. I'm like, man, I could have swore that was the correct way to go, but it's actually the way I came. So if I wouldn't have paid attention or listened to my gut and bothered to check the map and the GPS, I would have walked in the wrong direction, and who knows how long that would have happened. I would have not been happy. I started climbing up a mountain, so either way you were climbing, but that would have not been good. It would have turned a shorter day into a longer day. It's light enough that I can hike, and I'm following the trail up and up and then down and then up again, and that's what we do. So like I said, it's going to be a shorter day. I'm only doing about 13.2, I believe. Water is supposed to be there, but if I see water before that, I'll definitely get more water. I'm not going to try and carry as much. I'll probably just carry the 2 liters. I don't think I need quite as much now. I think in this section there's a little bit more water where I'm going, I know. And then obviously once I get to Chia State Park tomorrow, there'll be water. So I just basically need to make it another day and a half. And if I can find water tonight, then I'll be good to make it to Chiha with no problem. Check in again later. I don't know if you can see or it gives it justice, but this is all rocks and boulders. I've been going over the last, probably a couple hundred feet, and it looks like it continues. In my mind, this is how I always picture, Pennsylvania on the AT when people describe it. I was on the mountaintop, and I was able to get signal. I was able to check my home, able to send a happy birthday message to someone very important and special to me. Since today is their birthday, I'll try and call them later. And that's it. So it's a little slow going, but I actually like it. It's like a little puzzle. You got to kind of figure out where you're going to put your foot and make sure the rock's not going to move. But it's short-lived, I hope. But other than that, it slowed me down a little bit. Going in the dark slowed me down a little bit. And obviously I stopped to make a phone call when I was on the top there. I didn't want to start descending too much. So I'm going slow, but I know I have less miles to do today and I have more time to do it. So we'll see what happens. And I've got about 2 miles, maybe a little less, and it's about 7 o'clock. So we're doing okay. Came out of the woods where these power lines have been cut, so I have some views. Absolutely gorgeous, even with the power lines. I'm at mile 77.2, have about 10 left, just under 10 to go for the day. It was slow going. That rock garden definitely slows you down a little bit, and you got to be careful. Hard on your ankles as well. But wanted to capture this. So I'm going to keep on going. I think I need to correct myself. I think I said I was at mile 77. I'm actually at mile 67. I'm going to 77. So had some breakfast. I'm going to have a drink here a little bit and then keep on walking. Nice rock outcropping. There's the sun shining behind it. I believe, hopefully we're going over that mountain as well. So here's the trail. I'm just a little bit past the power lines. It's about 20 minutes after 8 in the morning. Like I said, I have a little under 10 miles to go for the day to reach my planned campsite. So hopefully it's going to be an earlier day. If there's no more rock gardens, I should make good time. I was not prepared for that. I knew there was some rocks, but I didn't know it was quite so many and quite so long. So yeah, we're getting closer to the top. I'm assuming at some point we're going to go over it. I appreciate the slower, the slower route with not so much elevation. The switchbacks are appreciated. Coming down to some sort of road. I did hear a car a little while ago, so in the gap here, I got to figure out which way the trail goes, and we're just going to keep on walking. I think this is Claremont Gap, which is what the sign back there said. It says it goes to the left, so we'll have to find it. And just to help someone out in the future when you come here to Claremont Gap, this is where you come out of the woods as you're going northbound. You got to cross the road, and you can't see it from here, but if you walk up this dirt road, and I just caught sight of a blue blaze by walking around a little bit. So you go up this little gravel road, and off on your left here, you'll see the trail. So there you go. And this is the sign going northbound. It tells you that Adams Gap is in 6 miles. Still climbing up. Hopefully there's even a better view at the top, but just had to stop, catch my breath, but enjoy it. Incredible.
So almost at the top. Still got a little bit to go, another maybe 30, 40 feet, but nice view with no trees in the way. So I figured I'd take advantage of it. Well, good afternoon. Actually, I think it's still morning. It's 10:40. I've got about 5 miles to go. I'm at about mile 72, I think. And I'm at a gap. I think it's Patterson Gap, or I'm still walking down, descending mostly, fortunately, after a long climb up. Everything's going well. I'm going to have another snack in a little bit. I might even take a break. I know there's a road coming up at the gap. I may take a break there, eat a little snack, take a little more drink, and continue walking. I've got about 8.4 miles down today so far. So I've got about another 4.5 to 5 to go. So we're making our way in good time. I expect to be at camp way before my goal of 2 o'clock, the way it's going. Or I say way before, at least an hour or so. But if I want to slow down and take my time, I can. Feet are feeling good, ankle and knee are good. I'm not going to keep dwelling on that. Bottom of my feet are rather, obviously. Stepped on a lot of rocks today. There's a lot of rock fields, and much more than I anticipated. So it's been tough that way. But other than that, still going on. It's very hot and sunny, and it's humid as well. But we'll keep going. There were a couple of blowdowns that I had to climb around on the trail, but other than that, it's everything was very passable. It's well marked. Thank you to the trail maintainers. You guys do an excellent job. I can tell you've been out here. I can see a lot of trees were cut, some of them not that long ago, while I'm walking, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure others appreciate your work as well. Haven't seen anybody else today, which I'm a little surprised at, being that it's a Saturday, but I don't think these are the more popular portions of the trail. I imagine probably the beginning is, or what I'm coming up to, around Cheetah State Park, to be more frequently used by people. Check back again later. It's 11:40 now. At approximately 9.6 miles in. Got about 3 or 4 left, something like that. A little bit less maybe. Came to an easier spot, just did a long climb, and I still have to go up to the top of this mountain. But this is a easier spot. Just take a look at the terrain. It's kind of fluctuating on the same level, more or less. I got a fallen tree here, can pass under. Trail's been more or less easy to follow. A couple of spots I had to search around for it, but once you take a look, you can usually figure out where it is. So it hasn't been a problem to follow it. The map helps also if you really get lost. So just took a fall a little while ago where I slid down probably about 8-10 feet on my backside down a slope toward where there was like a little stream. The stream wasn't flowing though, there was no water in it. I did resupply my water probably about a quarter mile, well, maybe more like a half mile back. I crossed a nice stream that was flowing, fast enough to fill up, no problem. And it was a nice, easy access. The trail crosses right over it, and it's solid. And there's a little easy spot where I just put my pack down and I was able to resupply. So I filled up both liters, drank what I had, at least probably about close to a liter, and filled up both liters. So I have 2 liters of water now, and I've got about 4 miles or so to camp. So I should be set for making it there, definitely. And even if there's a problem with the water there, I probably can make it through the night with some, kind of being careful. And then I imagine I'll find some water tomorrow on the way to Cheetah, and definitely at Cheetah State Park. I'll be able to get water. Okay, well, that's enough for now. Keep you updated later. Okay, I just came to a trailhead of sorts. This is where I guess the Skyway Trail, and I guess there's some sort of loop, and the Pinhoti Trail meet. and it's just shy of the Adams Gap Trailhead. So I'll be at Adams Gap in 0.1 mile, so I'm looking forward to that. I just saw my first day hiker. He just walked by me. It was a gentleman hiking by himself. He looks extremely clean. So he's definitely a day hiker. All his gear looks immaculate, and he smelled good. So he said he was just going a couple of miles, and that's it. So gonna keep on walking. There's a really nice campsite right here by the trailhead. You can see right here. So I made a little fireplace, and you can put down. It's still a little rocky, but you know it's close to the trail. So other than that, everything's good. Moving along. We're getting closer and closer. Definitely have been going a little slower today. I don't know if it's just me, but I also think today was some pretty good climbs as I go up. In addition to all these rocks, they definitely slow you down. You got to be a little more careful placing your feet, and you do slip and slide, and some of them do shift on your weight. So you definitely got to take it a little slower. So I've been doing probably less than 1.5 miles an hour. I've been hiking for almost 6 hours, and I've gone maybe a little over 10 miles, or just about 10 miles. So definitely slower than usual. So on my normal pace, in those 6 hours, I would have gone 12 miles already. So, but that's what we got. Looks like I'm going up, and more rocks. Whole trail is just lined with them. So checking again soon. 10 minutes after 12, I made it to Adams Gap Trailhead. You can see it's actually quite busy here. So that's good. I guess a lot of people, but like I said, I've only seen one person. So, and there's a sign for the Adams Gap Trailhead. I'll go get a picture of that, and then I'll start walking down this way toward the other road where the trailhead is. Here we go. And here I am. Just arrived to a little sign. It says Cheetah State Park in 10 miles. I think it's a little bit off in the mileage, but well, it's 1:40. I've arrived at camp. This is where I'm going to stop for the day. It's a beautiful campsite, actually. Way more than I need. There's a fire ring here. Large, flat area. So I don't know if anyone else is going to be coming along. There's another campsite closer to the trail, but I'm going to stay here tonight. So I'm going to start getting my priority set here. I'm going to take a drink, obviously. I need that. Maybe get some food going, set up a tent, throw my food line for my bag up, and set up and enjoy. Most importantly, I'm going to get off my feet for a little bit. It's 2 o'clock, and I wanted to show you my campsite. Have my tent set up already. Nothing's in it. Got my backpack leaning against the tree where I put it down. Here's the rest of the campsite, fire ring. I already have my cable set up for my food bag, and I'm trying to dry my shirt off on it in the sun, hoping that'll do the trick. You can see I still got the line hanging. Worst thing that can happen is that thing goes up in the air, and it'll wrap around the limb, and I'll never be able to get it down. I'll have to leave it or cut it. So I've had that happen once. So learn my lesson. That's it. So I'm gonna go probably find a place to go make a cat hole, and I'm gonna have a snack, and then I'm gonna relax. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. I decided to make some food. Today I'm having the Mountain House creamy macaroni and cheese. I've been waiting all week to eat this. It's my lightest meal though, so I saved it kind of for last. And we'll see how it tastes. I've already cooked. I'm at a campsite. A couple of minutes ago, 3 more hikers came in, and I obviously welcomed in, and they're sharing this site with me. So they're setting up right now. So I decided to eat. I'm not going to film them, obviously. I haven't mentioned anything. And give a little recap later. So just want to take a final look around the campsite. Here's my tent. Here's the large campsite. And you can see there's 3 other gentlemen that are staying here today. Two of them are in tents. One of them's in a hammock, and you can see his hammock right there. They're out getting firewood. I think they're planning on making a fire. But it's a really nice campsite, pretty spread out. There's some other gentlemen that are just walking along the trail now looking at it. I think they're thinking about coming over here as well. There is ample room. You could easily fit 7 or 8 tents here. There is another campsite closer to the road, but it seems like everyone prefers this one. So it seems there's water very close by, within 0.1, 0.2. So I'm going to hit that on the way out tomorrow. I didn't bother going today. I'm going to drink up. I have a liter left right now, so I'm plenty good. So I don't think I need any problem. You can see their bladder right there. They have 10 liters of water that they filled up and carried back here. So, but there's 3 of them, so I guess if they share everything together, that's what's good. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Take care. Speaking of the day and the terrain, today was a difficult day with all that rock garden and the rocks. In addition to the climbs, it was definitely a challenging day. It definitely slowed me down a little bit. It was enjoyable at some points, but there were some points where it was, okay, I had enough. I'd like to get onto, dirt or just a change of it. But the first part wasn't too bad, but then it got a little worse when the whole trail was pretty much that way. So probably about a mile altogether with a lot of rocks. You're hopping around, and you got to be careful. Some of them do slide or move or shift weight when you're on them. So that's it. Other than that, it was a good day. Did some climbs, and I know I have a big one coming up tomorrow, what they call the Stairway to Heaven, and we'll hit that first thing in the morning. There's water right down the trail, 0.2. I'll be able to fill up there, and then I'll hit the trail, hopefully get that big climb out of the way. I think it's only like 900 or 1,000 feet. Well, it's 4:30 now. I finished that mac and cheese. It was really good. I'd say that's a do again. Definitely a buy again. I did 13.8 miles today. I'm at 77.9. Need to go to Chia State Park, which is roughly just under 8 miles ahead. So I'm going to try and get up early, hit the trail, and I'm expecting to be able to go to Chia State Park in a couple of hours. I should arrive there well before lunchtime. I'm going to try and get a room, do laundry, obviously shower, change, may explore the park a little bit. I'll definitely eat at the restaurant. Looking forward to a hamburger and maybe even some salad, but definitely a hamburger. I got a hamburger with my name on it. I'm thinking about it. Today I was thinking, when I get there, what do I want to eat? And a hamburger came to mind. So it's what you think about when you're hiking sometimes too. The other thing I'm going to do is obviously resupply there. I don't know what I'll find in the store. I'm hoping that I can get some good food. I only need about 2 days though to get to Heflin. So I do have one meal still in my bag. My bag is really light. I have one breakfast and I have one dinner and I have a bunch of snacks. So actually, if I don't get anything, I'm good. If I have to, I'll buy some like candy or something. I'm sure they'll have something there. Have a wonderful campsite here, and I have reception. So I was able to call home, speak to the wife, make sure everyone's doing well, and check in. Had a longer conversation than usual, being that I'm here early and I had time to do a lot of the things I do. I've been laying around. I tried laying outside. There's actually a bunch of mosquitoes here. I did use some of my mosquito repellent. Seemed to have worked. There's actually a lot of bees here as well, and they're just buzzing around looking for food. They're not really aggressive or anything, but they do come and explore, and they land on you. And the same thing with my tent site yesterday. Someone had written them with a lot of mosquitoes there. I didn't have any problem with mosquitoes or bugs there at all, but the bees were out, and they're going around looking for food. So they come over and investigate you, and they're pretty consistent, I should say. They stay there. They don't just like buzz and, oh, you're not food, and leave. They're like exploring it. They were landing. I tried a video one. He kept on landing on my hand, and every time I would try to take a picture of him, he would move. I must have been camera shy. So that's it. My socks are the driest they've been since I left the POC. My feet are the driest they've been probably since I left the POC, since I was able to air them out. I got here, I wore those sandals again. So not my favorite. I don't think I'm sold on them. I think I maybe maybe a pair of flip-flops would be better. The only thing I don't like about them is you can't just slide your foot in. You have to, put the Velcro in the back to hold it, which I do like the idea of something around my ankle. I think they're a little firmer, but I keep getting all these twigs and everything, and I have a problem. I bang my foot on my toes on stuff. So I don't think it's for me, but I already have them, so I'm stuck with them. But that's 11.5 ounces of weight that I might want to get rid of in the future. I know it is important to air your feet out, and I'm not going to say it's not, but that's something I don't know if I'll continue to do in the future going forward. The other thing is I have some chafing or some rash that I've got on my right underneath my armpit. I don't know if it's from the strap or the shirt or whatever, but we'll see. I put some diaper ointment, actually, zinc oxide essentially on it, and I'm hoping it heals up overnight. So we'll see. If not, tomorrow when I take a shower and everything, hopefully a shorter day, hopefully they'll get clean and that will go away. So it shouldn't be a problem. So that's it. Day 5, I believe, is in the books, and only easy day is yesterday, right? So tomorrow should be an easier day, though. I'm hoping for it. So, but it's shorter mileage, so I'm expecting to make very good time getting to GS State Park at a very decent hour, have enough time to do all the things I need to do, and go to sleep early and wake up early and then hit the trail. So thank you so much. And thank you again to my lovely family who is holding down the fort at home. To my wife, I thank her so much for allowing me this opportunity to go out and do this and to take care of business at home while I'm gone, and knowing that everyone's in good hands with her taking care of things. So thank you once again for letting me have this opportunity. Okay, that was on a personal note. Everyone else, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you coming back and watching. And please leave comments. I'll try to respond to them until we meet again. And this is the sign from my direction telling me that Adams Gaps